Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Hello, everybody. Colonel Steve here, and we're taking a little bit of an extended Memorial Day holiday, so we got the crew off, enjoying some time with family and friends and stuff like that, so hopefully you got to enjoy some good times during the Memorial Day weekend as well, gathering with friends and family as you, of course, think about those that have helped give us this great country that we have and allow us the freedoms that allow us to do fun stuff like do Bourbon podcasts and stuff like that. This show that we've got today for you is one that we talk about quite a bit. So McNew was going through this little phase where she wouldn't make it through all shows. So she would just check out whenever she was decided, and I don't know what the parameter was, but she just would decide when she's done podcasting for the night. And this went on for, 4 or 5 weeks. I'm not sure. I don't remember now, but it was happening for a while. So it started initially, she would make it through the 5th show, and then, 4th, 3rd, and then the worst was she only made it through the first 15 minutes of a week. And that's finally when I addressed it. I just called her and said, hey, I get it. I love to have you on the air, and you're a key part of what we've done. But if this isn't something you want to do, I don't want to force you to do this, because I thought maybe she was just tired of podcasting. So, and she of course wasn't. And then she came to these shows ready to go, and really hasn't been a problem since. But she was on this phase, this kick, if you will, where she was missing the end of the show. So here's the culmination of that when I finally called her out, talked to her on the phone about why she was leaving. And this one, she was prepared and ready to go, and she did make it through the 5th show, by the way. Spoiler alert. So enjoy this one as we address that situation. See you from 2023.
Let's drink! Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we wonder whether or not McNew can make it through our 5th show recording tonight. My name is McNew. Please welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Tim Swyatt, Kathy Cool, and Dimitri Kane.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
How you doing? McNew's here. McNew was here to start out, but she was here last week when we started the show, and then she quit halfway through. And then the week before that, she made it through 3 shows and then had to bow out. It's a thing.
It became a thing. And I have a theory for why.
Okay.
Are we going to get into that now?
Yeah, well, it's just a preview.
You want to do small talk first?
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so we'll talk about this. It's a whole thing. And I laugh about it. It's humorous. And I was like, well, I am paying her for that.
You told me last Saturday, do I need to hire somebody else for the last 2 shows? I was like, no.
I thought, maybe, I like McNew. I want to keep her around, but I guess maybe I should reduce her pay and then hire someone to do the last 2 shows of the night on Friday. So maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so
this is like Tim can do your job. I was like, no, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, Tim was gunning for it. He came
Tim
out.
was good.
Yeah, Tim was good. Yeah. Yeah, and he was here. I mean, that's half the battle. He was actually just here.
And he doesn't drink
Actually
martini.
in his seat talking to people. He did his job.
Yeah. So, all right. We'll talk about that after the break. For right now, McNew said there was something she wanted to talk about beyond that. So, what is it, McNew?
Yeah, so do you guys have any weird travel fears? Not like the plane is going to crash or I'm going to miss the plane, but just something, or my car is going to crash or the Uber is going to abduct me. Not anything like that, but something really bonkers and weird that's only personal to you.
Well,
Weird travel fears.
I mean, I have a lot of weird travel fears, of course. I mean, I have to check for bed bugs. I'm just worried that I'm going to sleep someplace and then my whole life, the rest of my life is going to be ruined because I slept in a bed that had bed bugs and I take it home to my house and then it's in my house and I can never get rid of it. And then my life is just, it's ruined.
I think you just have to burn your house down at that point.
I don't know what you can do at that point.
This is what I've learned about bed
Burn your
bugs.
house.
They have an altitude lifespan. So, like, if you take them to Colorado, if you take them to high altitude, they will die.
So should they die on the plane in your luggage? Your luggage?
Yeah, so that doesn't really work.
Theoretically,
Yeah. Theoretically, but that's not what happens in practicality. So McNew brings up a great point there. If that was the case, even as high as Colorado is, a plane flies higher than that, and they seem to do just fine.
Cabin is pressurized. You could get them on the cold
But they're in the-
extension.
They're in the
Extended
belly of the
cold
plane, though.
temp.
Is the belly of the plane
Yeah, if they're in the
pressurized?
luggage hold, not your
Yeah,
carry.
it's pressurized. Because if not, all your
Dogs.
stuff would explode. Your cans of deodorant, your
I don't
all
have
the hair
cans of
products
deodorant,
you
though.
have would
What
explode.
if you don't have cans of deodorant?
You're the only one that wouldn't have cans of deodorant on there, Steve. But there are a lot of people that probably travel with compressed products on their check bags or bottles of whiskey
Okay.
in their check bags that would pop.
Pop.
So it's either extreme heat or extreme cold that'll get them. I'm sure there's something to say about the altitude because of lack of oxygen. So I was work traveler for probably, if not 25 to up to 30 weeks, 35 weeks a year. And I got bed bugs 3 times in my life. Well, 2 confirmed, one allegedly, because I know I got spots, but I should have known better when I walked into these very swanky boutique hotel in Key Biscayne, Florida, that there were geckos in my room. I should have connected the dots that they were eating, not there for fun. But yeah, 2 other places. And
What do you have to do? You get that deal where they gotta blast them with heat and
so
them, basically?
in both situations, I had one in the winter and one in the summer. I left my luggage in the car for a week with the car outside. And then I had all my stuff dry cleaned already from the hotel because they took care of that. And then I went and bought new clothes to wear around and clothes. I didn't want to bring it everywhere else. And then I switched hotels. I couldn't stay in the hotel at all, period. But got comped that way and then just left the luggage in the car for a week and then called it from there. But the hose down before I walked inside the house in the garage from the better half, that was uncomfortable.
Did you have to be nude for that? Is it a nude hose down?
She did not care. She sat there with the hose and said, "I don't care what you're doing. Would you take your clothes off or not? You're getting hosed down. You're walking out of here with my own stuff. You're leaving the stuff in here, and lift everything around. We're getting underneath that too." So it was the whole thing. Spread those cheeks.
Was
the whole
it
shebang.
wintertime and it was like it was Sub-Zero hose?
It was under 20 degrees.
Ooh.
Oh.
So there's a threshold
the
there.
lotion
And
on its skin, or it got the hose again.
That's exactly. I felt like yes, yes. It was bad.
So I have a remedy for this.
Yeah.
You just don't sleep in the bed.
Where do you sleep? The bathtub?
Hey, sleep on the floor. I bring my own cot and I pack my own water.
I was going to say, wouldn't the carpet have bed bugs too? But
No, but if you have your own little cot,
okay, so you're up off the floor.
He also brings his own boxing ring.
no, I don't. I just bring water.
You bring the boxing ring?
So
No.
he actually doesn't stay in the hotel. He just throws a tent in the
He
park.
never travels anywhere. Where do you travel, Demetrius?
We go down to Louisiana twice a year.
Okay. Well, that's with family. You don't stay with the family down there?
We do. We do.
Okay.
We stay on the farm.
A cot.
On a cot.
Not in the bed.
His own cot, his own water. Yeah.
No, so so here's the thing. I think it's important to know how to sleep on it, like on the ground. I grew up sleeping on the ground because we had cow camp. So we'd like go up and you'd sleep on the ground, you'd sleep on a mat and stuff like that too. So I don't know. I think it's good for the back, realign stuff. Reminds you where the ground is.
Yeah.
I would say, Demetrius, I'm sure your men's carry-all would have amazing hair care and skin products in there. I don't think that you're one to shy on the finer things in life when it comes to moisturizing and beard oil, but I could be wrong.
I actually don't use any product.
None?
Nope.
Hmm.
I would say I condition maybe. So I make my own conditioner and all my own soaps.
Well, of course, yeah.
There it is. That's what I'm getting at. Now we got there. Yes.
But it's not like crazy. I have my own beef and I render all my own lard.
Sure.
So therefore the
We all
lard
do.
from the
All of us
cows
do.
and the tallow from the beef, and then we make soap from it. And so yeah, it works pretty good. If you want cooking tallow, cook with beef tallow. It's amazing.
Beef talon. Okay.
Yeah.
Beef
Well, I
talon.
do have one travel fear. Every single time I'm on an airplane, if I have to go on an airplane, that little hole in the bottom of the window, that thing is going to crack at some point in time, and I'm going to get sucked out the window. We all know this. Tell us what it's supposed to be for, but we know that it's supposed to. Well, they say that the hole's supposed to be there to let you know that there's another pane of glass on the other side. Is what it's mentally doing that for you. Apparently, I don't think there's a real scientific reason for pressurization or anything like that. I think all that's been debunked. But that thing's going to crack sometime. I'm going to get sucked out that window.
Out the window.
So
I've been on an airplane when they came in and fixed the window with duct tape. And I still went on that trip.
I saw a statistic that like most planes are just really duct taped together after a certain point. They're just like quick fix, duct tape it, let's go. Like,
so that hole, I was told by it's like an avionics engineer or whatever, the guys that design them, he said the reason why they put the hole there isn't for pressure, it's to let the moisture out.
It's correct. Yes, I've heard that too.
Yeah, so the windows don't fog
Doesn't
up.
fog up and
That's even
everything.
if you get that's even if you get double pane. Like say you get with has the blinds inside the glass. Those will have a hole in there too. It's just a small hole. It's part of the deal. No, gotta have it. Gotta have it.
I don't know if it's more of a fear, or more of an
Science.
annoyance, but also farts on airplanes. Folks, don't do it. Come on. We're all sucking the same air for 3 hours, 2 hours. It's not muffled when
You've never done the one cheek sneak.
Here's the thing, though.
I know
When
he
you're on the
has. I know he
airplane,
has.
it pushes all that out.
yeah.
No, they have it on recirculation the entire time. Just like
Oh, she means out of her body. Out of her
Yeah,
body.
out of your
All
body.
that
Yeah.
pressure is not out of my body because I'm a girl.
No, it seems like
girls don't
seems
fart,
like you're
they
admitting
poof.
something. Yeah.
No.
But when Tim or Steve are on an airplane,
Oh.
it is putting all that pressure.
If I was on a plane with Kathy, I bet you she'd be like, pull my finger right now.
All that pressure from takeoff. You're sinking into the seat, and all of a sudden, you're like, yeah, there it is. Yep, all the pressure got me.
It's not
So
me, it's the
apparently,
pressure.
McNew, your small talk boils down to farts on an airplane.
There we go. Farts on an airplane.
Farts on an
I feel like everybody fears this. Nobody wants to sit next to the farting guy. Nobody.
So McNew, you asked the question though. Did you have something different? What's your greatest travel?
Mine is losing my luggage. I will not check a bag if it's not a direct flight. Like, I will go out of my way to throw everything on a carry-on and inconvenience myself just so I'm not inconvenienced later by a lost bag. It's
That's
logic
weird.
for some
that's
reason.
weird.
It's terrifying for me
logic.
to lose my things. But
No, that's one of the kookier things McNew said. So yeah, a world of kooky McNew things. That's,
there's a lot. But yeah, that one doesn't make sense to anybody but me for some reason.
yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, guess what? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Kathy, who's just been dominating tonight. What do you got?
I have a Yellowstone family recipe.
Yeah, limit one per person. She's got like 40 of them.
I don't know how that happened.
Oh, sloshy. Yeah, decent, but yeah, poor.
It's so tasty.
I've got Horse and Jockey here from Taconic. Horse and Jockey. Very cool label.
Very nice.
I like that. Very
Oh,
simple.
that
very
is
simple.
cool.
All right, here we go.
Whoa.
Bassy, not as good as Kathy's. Sloshy, bassy, not good enough. I got to do better. I'm just going to have to do better. Kathy's got the lead. Dimitri, what do you got?
Well, I am going to drink a little bit of Sazerac rye.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, not known for a good cork pop, so yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll let Tim go next just to get him out of the way, and then we'll see if McNew wins this thing.
Just get it out of the way. I'm going to try to do a little bit more of this. I'm holding on for dear life. The Old Monroe Stumpy Spirits Banana Foster pick.
Oh,
it's getting low.
Really
It's getting
this
low.
somewhere. Oh my god.
Okay.
I actually heard that.
Yeah, you heard it. Okay. I do know someone who has 2 bottles. They're moving on that. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in another bottle of that. No. Kathy's got her hand up. Yeah. It's a friend of ours has a collection that they're getting rid of. So yeah, we'll talk. Yeah. Well, that's who you're thinking. All right, McNew, how about you? What do you got?
I have Hard Truths Kentucky Sweet Mash.
Okay. There you go. That's the winner right there. That was good. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Ooh, this Horse and Jockey's good. Taconic Distillery. I like it.
You know what? Mine is more good because it was the ABV Network's.
Well, yeah, you can't really beat it. You can't beat anything the ABV Network does. So yeah, I agree with that. So I've got no retort for that. So fair enough. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, McNew may or may not be here. She hasn't finished a show in a long time. We'll see if she's here on our 5th and final show of the night. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Danny Kennard, which is turning into Freddie Mills. Y'all have a good fucking day because this is the Bourbon Daily. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. I am still here.
So, McNew, can you defend your actions the last several times we've recorded?
I can, and it might incriminate me more in some ways, but hear me out. So I've been blacking out since October. Seriously. And not just on the shows, in real life too. I blacked out on Halloween, day after Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve.
So it's always tied to a holiday, other than when you record.
No, okay, so it's just whenever I'm drinking a lot, I've been blacking out. And I decided, I figured out I'm not a doctor, but our weather's been really shitty this last couple
the weather,
months. Okay, well, no, and I get sinus infections real bad, so I've just been like living on Sudafed, and you're not supposed to drink when you take Sudafed. Drink excessively when you take it. So I think that's why I've just been not here.
What I like is I'll call McNew the next day and be like, McNew, anything you want to say? No, it was good shows last night, wasn't it? I'm like, you didn't finish the evening.
I don't remember.
She's like, I didn't. Yeah.
Completely black out. And here's the thing, no matter how blacked out I get, I can always undo my hair and makeup and put pajamas on and go to bed. So I assume I had a good night. And Chris was like, no, you came down really early. I asked you if you were done. You said yes. And then you're like, oh, okay. You sat here and watched a movie. I have no recollection of watching. And then I go upstairs and do my nighttime routine and go to bed. Zero recollection. So I turn into this goblin.
So you just leave. So let's recap where we're at here. So you leave your job to go down and watch a movie, have fun, snacks, whatever.
I don't know if I'm doing it.
Get done, take off your makeup, and then
social media updates.
Yeah, social media. In the meantime, the rest of us are still working. We're doing our shows.
I have zero recollection of any of it, though. The next day, I'm just kind of like, oh, yeah, great. And then I'm like,
Dude, what I want to say is the last time I had your back because we had Ryan Thompson and Lenny Eckstein on that show. They would have completely butchered your ending. And I believe I even got the inflection right. So I had your back to make sure everybody
Tim is a professional.
Thank you for doing
it fantastically. When it falls to me, I flub through the whole thing. But Tim, he takes it down.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I need to stop doing other drugs while I'm drinking is probably the problem. So don't
do drugs.
Yeah.
So all this comes down to is kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah. And then freaking New Year's Eve, so I took Sudafed all day because our weather's been weird. Got lit. I don't remember the ball dropping. I don't remember the 2 hours afterwards we fucking taught our neighbor how to play euchre, and I was sitting there at the table because there was photos. None of it.
I remember your trip to Chick-fil-A or Waffle House.
In my body.
Here's my question. How did you get to this age and just now understand what blacking out is?
Oh, so I've done it before, but I just feel like your body's more forgiving in your 20s than it is in your mid-30s. Probably.
Interesting.
And those of us in our not 30s can say...
Some of us are on the wrong side of 50 here. Just me.
I mean, does it get better? Do you hit 50 and you're like, cool, I can black out like I'm in my 20s again? Because it's a bitch in your 30s. I'm not doing well, guys.
I'm not doing well.
If it gets to that point, usually it takes about a 4-day recovery time frame with a lot of hydrating, chicken wings, and Gatorade to recover from that. I literally
just sleep in a little bit the next day. 10 a.m. I'm like, oh, got shit to do today. I get back up and do it. But I don't remember anything. From the
Dimitri, what do you think of this? You're an employer. You have an employee. Imagine this is what you're getting out of your beloved employee.
You're an employee.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I would be really having some conversations about taking drugs and drinking. On the job, but then we're in the industry.
Well, this is true.
And this is her job.
Yeah.
It is. And then I feel like shit when Steve's like, oh, you didn't finish last night. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm so sorry. I feel bad about it. I really do. But then I'm like, I don't remember not doing it.
She's got an award behind her for her 1,000 shows. Lenny has made the point to make sure as she builds towards 2,000, not to count the ones where she, she misses because she's too drunk.
And also, here's the wild part. I will walk back in my office in the morning. All my bottles are on the floor. And I know if they're not back in the bar that I kind of fucked up. I got a little too drunk if I don't pick up after myself. I know that. But then, my laptop's closed. My iPad's closed. So I physically put things up. Don't remember doing it.
Yeah, in the meantime, again, we're all working away. Yeah, we're still
She taps out. It's like...
Yeah.
Do I even say bye? Do I just
I think go back to the recording. We saw your hand go up, grab the just put it down, and then all of a sudden, oh, they're with McNew.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, Steve, I'll take the finish.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing any
No,
of
you don't
that.
say goodbye or anything. You just leave. Yeah.
I just Irish goodbye, guys.
Well, to your credit, you are McNew. You're Irish, so yeah.
God, I feel it's happened quite a bit lately, and I just think it's like all the Sudafed I've had to take to get.
Oh, it's a Sudafed, yeah.
It is. Google it. It's not good for your body to do all this to it.
You don't want to. You do not want to be taking that much Sudafed.
No.
We'll find you a better allergy med.
Yeah.
Well, it's not allergies. It's sinuses. It's the pressure. So
Get the
I took
Navage.
less
I hear about
today.
this advertisement all the time. They say it clears out everything. It's a vacuum for your nose, right? Isn't that what it's like every commercial break after 8:00 at night?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you
all
can
done-
just
all
take
during
the
the
vacuum
daytime?
cleaner.
I think it's
Take the
funny that
vacuum cleaner.
Demetrius is participating in the commercial break conversation when he doesn't have a television.
He's heard on the streets that, yes.
He does say that it's not in the house. We don't know what's out in that garage barn situation. There might
Yeah.
be technology.
We don't
Well,
have a TV. We don't have TV or internet at the house.
But he's at the distillery, like right now. It's
So
here in
when
St.
was
Louis.
the last time you saw a commercial?
So I
All
watch
the time.
YouTube.
Yeah, he
Oh.
watches YouTube. They've got
YouTube has commercials now.
it's 10:30 at night. He's at the distillery still, so he has
Yeah,
access to all the
Yeah.
stuff.
I swear, if the listening audience could see here, Dimitri looks like he's behind a mixing station, DJing a party right now at the distillery, and he's just talking with us, and he's dropping hot beats behind us. So if he turned his camera, you'd see like this mass of people, like what are some of these? Who's the stupid mouse with the marshmallow head and all these guys? These big yes, whatever those guys are. I don't even know who these people are.
Dead mouse.
I still listen to people who play music.
Yeah,
But,
that's true. That's true.
It's just amazing to me.
Yeah. Well, there you go. McNew damn near has made it, so we'll see if she can finish the show out. So we'll see if she finishes strong. We're getting ready to wrap it up, McNew. You're very close to finishing your first show in months, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's a new year, new me, back and finishing shows.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at KKCaskStrength.
All right, Tim. How about you?
And we have McNew's back when she needs help, because help never sleeps with the ABV Network, or on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right, Dimitri.
You can find me at Dimitri Kane on Instagram and Facebook, or at Nobleton's on Instagram or Facebook.
All right, McNew. Oh, she didn't make it. She's gone. McNew is gone.
Oh, no!
I'm sorry.
He's gone!
I'm sorry, McNew did not make it.
Us.
So she was so close. All right, I put you on mute there. It almost
Still
worked.
here on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs. You can go back and hear a bunch of shows where McNew was supposed to be on, didn't finish them, at abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Congratulations to McNew for finishing out a week. How about that? All right. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.